Shalom and welcome to the Sporting Index trading floor for yet another edition of Views from the Trading Floor. We at Sporting Index, like much of the rest of the betting industry this weekend, we're wearing our skull caps and wearing a kilt. We're supporting Israel big time and we're supporting Scotland big time. Reason why is if England don't get through to Euro 2008, turnover will go down significantly. It will be a calamity for us. So come on, I'm not just saying as a Tottenham fan, come on Israel, we need you to win. Anyway, the football this weekend. First of all, I'm going to talk to you about Italy-Scotland. I mean, that's really a much better game than Israel v Russia. We've already seen some significant business there on total goals in the game. They were 2 to 2.2, they're now 2.1, 2.3. We've had a 40 grand a goal buy there at 2.2. Stats that really won't make him very happy at the moment, that in Scotland's last 7 games there have been 2 or less goals, so that's not great news for him. And in Italy, they've won 7 out of their last 8 games, but they've only conceded 3 goals in those 8 games. Having said that, they've all been goals away from home, so we'll see. But we're praying for a 1-0 Scotland victory there and get the Scots through, increase turnover for us and other bookmakers during Euro 2008. Hopefully us, obviously. Russia-Israel, we're cheering on Israel for more than one reason this weekend. We've already had a significant buy of Russia's supremacy, 50 grand a goal at 0.8. So the Patriots aren't out in force in this game. They're definitely opposing England, as it were, and we've had to move that price to 0.7, 0.9 Russia over. But as I say, it would be a disaster for our end. We would expect to take something like 20% less business in that tournament. Other game, really not very interesting, Austria v England on Friday night. Is anyone really going to be watching that? It could be like watching paint dry, it could be very exciting. Well, we have seen business in that game is bookings. We were 10-13, we're now 11-14. Interesting enough, in England's last 5 games there have only been 2 yellow cards in total. The last time England played Austria there was a red card and 5 yellow cards, so in fact David Beckham, not like him to get petulant, was sent off in that game. So you can see why people have bought them, but generally friendlies don't tend to make up very much, so I think we're quite happy with the business we've seen there at 13, and no doubt that market will go off 12-15 or 13-16 because punters perceive it's not a lot to pay for bookings. A low downside bet, but maybe not a lot of upside. God, we're covering lots of cricket at the moment. It's Thursday afternoon and we're doing India-Pakistan. We've got a client who's already killed us a bit on the India first 15 overs, the Pakistan first 15 overs. He's taken a quick 45 grand off us there. And there's a few other positions that we've got to worry about for the rest of the game. But we're doing that game. We're doing that game again on Sunday, the 5th game. We've got Australia versus Sri Lanka. That starts this evening, Friday morning, into 5 days. Probably not with the Aussies. It might be 3 days, depending on the Sri Lankan batting. We've seen a lot of money for Phil Jake's runs there. We had him at earlier in the game, 73 to 80. He's moved up to 76.83. That's on the back of a £500 a run buyer of him. We've moved it up 3 points. It's not the sort of market we want to see too much business on. Australian batsmen making hay. They are very, very strong at home. He scored a century in the first test, so we're praying that maybe Australia get a few runs, but they won't be Jake's runs. Other match we'll be covering, obviously, from Friday morning is South Africa versus New Zealand. First test was a one-way walkover, and I'd definitely check the injury news for that because the Kiwis by the end of it had about 3 fit players, and especially their bowling attack only had 1 fit player. So before you're having a bet on that game, please do check the team news. As I said last weekend, was so excited. The Heineken Cup was back and it didn't disappoint. Not a very profitable weekend for myself, but Sporting Index did all right. My Ospreys on the screen, and the best game of the weekend in my opinion, Gloucester v the Ospreys on Friday night. The moment the business is all going towards Gloucester. We not really comfortable with it, but at these levels I think we probably think Gloucester will win the game. As I say, I backed the Ospreys to hopefully clear my mortgage. Hope that the result will go the other way, but probably Gloucester will be too strong. They were so impressive at Ulster last week, getting their bonus point within about 27 minutes. Anyway, there's a lot more sport for you to get stuck into this weekend. If golf's your thing, you've got the UBS Hong Kong tournament, you've got darts, tennis. At the moment we do 13 in-running markets during tennis matches. It's a new service we provide in the last couple of months and it's very impressive. And if you just go into the live games during these ATP Masters, no better tournament in the world at the moment. and you see our in-running prices, I think you'll be very impressed by what we offer there. NFL as usual on Sunday night when I'm on the Chevy Chase. Got Paddy Power Gold Cup weekend, most of us know it's the Mackerson. I'll be there heading to the Cotswolds tomorrow morning for 3 days of national hunt racing. Couldn't be better. Interestingly, the favourites won 5 out of the last 10 runnings of that, so the favourite backers, that's a nice stat to have on your side. Anyway, the NFL, just one last big bet to report. We've had a very large buyer of Dallas supremacy this week. We were 8-10 with, we were 9-11. We're now 10-12 Dallas over Washington. We had a 2 point buyer there, and I don't blame him after seeing how good Tony Romo and the others were against the New York Giants away last Sunday night. I thought it was a very impressive performance. And whenever the Dallas Cowboys did need the points, Romo came up with some massive plays, not just sort of 10-yard passes, they were 20, 30, 50-yard touchdowns. It was a great performance. So good luck to that punter there, but not too much luck. Anyway, wherever you are, I hope you have a great weekend. And as I say, we'll be singing Nagila Harbar here on Sunday night as the Israeli boys do the business.